Hello, you sexy people. So, I've been very preachy lately, and I'm going to continue on with that. So, I am going to tell you how you are the creator of your own life. How you create your reality. Now, first and foremost, the law of attraction abounds. This universe is directed by the law of attraction. Now, the law of attraction says that which is like unto itself is drawn. What does that mean? That means that, plain and simply, going back to the secret, going back to the basic teachings of the law of attraction from the Bible, even before that, Eastern religions, like attracts like. This has been said by every spiritual teacher you've ever read about, any spiritual teacher that's ever written anything, and talk about dictating your life or manifesting your dreams or whatever the case may be. Here's how this happens. You are an energy, a frequency amplifier, or an energy and frequency generator. Your body is a physical vessel, a bioelectrical vessel, a bioelectrical magnetic vessel. It's a lot of big terms, right? You are creating a frequency with every thought you think, with every word you say, with every action you take. Now, how do you know what you're creating? This is the ultimate question, right? Because people will say, and I'm sure you might be thinking it, I would have never created the heartbreak. I would have never created the disease. I would have never created the poverty if I knew better. But you didn't know better. Whether we're doing it consciously or unconsciously, it's the same. We are creating our lives, and that's not me placing blame on you. It's just really what I'm telling you is to stop complaining about the way things are showing up in your life if you're not going to take control of your own destiny. Because you and I and everybody is a frequency generator, the universe, the out there stuff, literally is mirroring what we are projecting, what we are emitting. And I love the analogy, metaphor from Abraham Hicks, Esther Hicks, when they say, you're like a radio tower. In your car, you tune your frequency to 97.3. You don't expect, if you're listening to today's hits, you don't expect to hear the jazz station, right? If you tune to 97.3, you expect to receive the frequency that's being emitted from the station that is 97.3. Yes? You tune your vibrational frequency through your thoughts, and you'll know what frequency you're on through your emotions. Yeah? So when you are feeling frustrated, when you are feeling annoyed, when you are feeling grateful, when you are feeling appreciative, and this isn't bullshit feeling, this is true feeling. When you're feeling a certain way, situations, people, occurrences will show up that match that frequency. It's not that you're a bad person, and it's not that you're divinely favored. It's just the way this bioelectrical magnetic frequency of this time-space reality works. It's the law of attraction. So, How do you continue to tune your frequency? Because that's a lot of fucking work. Really what you do is you train your subconscious mind into establishing a certain frequency. Meaning, you have to reiterate the thoughts in your mind so frequently that they then become beliefs. Beliefs are just thoughts that we've habituated. That's it. We've thought again and again and again and again and again, and it becomes such a strong frequency. We can say it becomes a frequency in our brain. We can say the connection, the neural connection becomes so strong that that's now an established belief. Whatever you want to call it, frequency, neural connection, it's the same thing. You are going to think a thought. If you're feeling constantly broke and poor because you keep seeing yourself being constantly broke and poor, how do you expect to get out of that? Do you expect to work your ass off but still feel broke and poor and sick? And then work your ass off and then just keep getting more sick, broke, poorness? Or do you think it would be a better idea to start changing your thoughts just slightly, right? Taking responsibility for your thoughts, taking responsibility for your focus, taking responsibility for your actions, for your words. Those are all within your power. When you know that and you start to believe, this is the issue. You don't believe fully that you are the divine creator. You don't fully believe that you are an extension of God, that you are an extension of the divine source, of the divine principle, the originating principle that is God, that is spirit. You don't believe that. Or you do believe that and it scares the living fuck out of you. That could be the case. I know, I was scared to death. I was excited, but I was scared to death. What if you had all the power that the God force, that the God mind has, that created this reality and created your body? What if? What if every thought you thought, what if every thought you thought, if you thought about it for 3 minutes straight, what if you could hold that focus for 3 minutes and the next day that manifestation would show up? How would you tune your own bioelectrical magnetic frequency? What would you focus on? Would you focus just more on gratitude? Would you focus more on how healthy your body thought? Even if you felt sick as shit and you had cancer, right? I had cancer twice. So much fun. I loved it. I would have never consciously created cancer in the moment. But through that experience, it helped me understand so much more. So sometimes those things are learning lessons, and I'm not going to go into like learning lessons. I'm going to talk about strictly creating the life you want right now. We're not going to talk about soul contracts and all that stuff. You get to live the life that you fucking want to live on a daily basis. Through here. Through here. Through here. But you have to be conscious of it, and you have to believe that you are a powerful creator. You have to believe that you are the full manifestation of God potential. You have to believe that you are an extension of God force. The life-giving force that gives rise to this entire universe, multiverse. This creative, infinite possibilities. You are the focal point of that. How do I know that? Because I do. You are so much more than you think of in just this physical body. This body is just vibrating energy. It's more vibrating energy. Every cell is its own consciousness. Every cell is its own human being on the earth, right? You are the earth, and each cell has its own consciousness. So you can see why the cells in your body don't heal, just like individuals are racist or sexist or misogynist. Those are probably the same terms. Or whatever, right? Each cell has a frequency and has a consciousness. And if you, as the generating body, as the bioelectrical magnetic frequency generator and amplifier, don't decide to change your thoughts, your words, your beliefs, your emotions through your thoughts, those cells will constantly stay at that vibrating frequency that you're at. And what happens? Because those cells are vibrating at a lower frequency, dis-ease that matches that frequency shows up. And then those cells can never really heal until you heal here and you heal here, because the cells are just going to keep dividing and sharing that same frequency. You see how your body can heal by you changing your thoughts? You are a vibrating frequency. Right? You can feel when you can know this by when you exercise, you feel lighter. Right? You bring oxygen, you bring the blood circulating, you bring energy in. When you're eating alive fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, you know, your plant-based diet, you're eating alive foods with actual vibrating frequency, vibrating consciousness into your body, and that becomes your new cells. Versus when you're eating processed foods, heavy, dense meats, animal products, dead flesh, right? Really low vibrational frequencies. You can feel that in the body, can't you? You can feel it when someone tells you they love you, or when you feel that you love yourself. You can feel the change, the lifting up of frequency, right? Or when you hate yourself, or when you think you're not worthy, or when someone tells you you're dumb, you're not beautiful, you sink down. It's all frequency. We are frequency beings in this form. We're frequency beings all the time. That's why these ascended masters can change form like that, because it's all frequency. It's all vibratingness. It's vibration. If you want to change your life, how you can change your life is begin by changing your thoughts. Change your focus. Stop talking about how sick you are. I don't care if you're sick. I was sick for 5 years. And you know what? It sucked ass. And I don't want you guys to be sick anymore. That's why I'm doing this fucking video. I want you to be well. You know when it all changed? When everything got better? When I changed this. I always knew I would get better, but I didn't know how. You have to start here. You just have to be conscious of your thoughts. Be conscious. Use your mind power. 90% of our behaviors are directed by our subconscious thoughts. 10% of our behaviors are directed by our conscious thinking. 10%, such a small amount. If 10% can change the 90%, think about how your life will change. Think about how you'll wake up grateful every morning. How you'll start seeing your children happy, right? Versus annoying and frustrating. How you'll start seeing your partner as this wonderful, immaculate, fun, sexy, enticing, exciting individual, rather than the same person you've been with for 10 or 15 years. It's all here. But once you change here, you start amplifying those frequencies, and the cells start to change, and then emotionally you shift, because your emotions are your indicator of where you're in alignment to God, God force. So if I change here, and I feel bad, I'm in disconnection with God. If I change here and I feel good, I'm in connection with God, right? That's what our emotions mean, our emotional guidance system. Then I change the frequency. And I change the subconscious patterns. And I develop new neural connections in the brain, new neural networks, neural mapping, right? I change those things physiologically, but I'm changing them frequency, spiritually. I got off topic a little bit, but you can change your life. How do you do that? Change your thoughts. Start there. Then change your words. Words are just expressions of thought patterns. Behaviors are just the same. I love you guys. Talk to you next time. See you later.